What's going on, everybody? Billy here. Lights, camera, action figures at Action Figures here on YouTube. You can go over to Instagram and find me, Thunder Punch He-Man, all one word. And today, got my good friend, special guest, Pixel Dan. I'm sure who doesn't need much of an introduction.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me on. You know what? It always blows me away every time you say it that you have the @ActionFigures handle on YouTube. That's amazing.
I love it, dude. I'm telling you,
so good. That's so good.
Eventually, once we get rolling, I was telling you, we've been talking before, but I missed like half the year last year on videos, you know.
Yeah.
So I wasn't active because of my voice, and I really wish I would have kept grinding because, you know, getting going and stuff, and having that handle, man, it just changes a lot, you know, when people are searching action figures. So.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's like a great. Oh my god, you get the SEO down, dude. The search engine optimization.
Try to nail it down. But so listen, so Dan is coming tonight. Come on, we're gonna talk about his book, which multiple books to be honest. The pre-order is happening right now. I'll share that screen in a minute so people can find it. But first, let me just ask you, how are you, man? Just how have you been? What's going on? SDCC just ended like, what, a week ago?
Man, yeah. I don't know, did it? It's such a blur. Right now.
I thought it did. I don't know.
Yeah, how am I feeling? I'm tired. I'm a little stressed. But I'm good. I'm staying positive like always. There's a lot going on, but it's all good stuff, right? It's stuff that I want to be doing. So it's like a good stressed. If that exists.
Well, I mean, that's the first time I heard a good, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like when you start feeling chest pain, it's good.
Like I'm doing, no, it's not quite, no chest pains yet. Okay. No chest pains yet. Right now it's just worrying about deadlines and getting things done. But it's, it's all stuff that I want to do and stuff that I'm choosing to do. So it's like, it comes with the territory, right? It comes with it.
Yeah. So for those of you who aren't familiar, which is probably not many, Dan has done a successful book already on Masters of the Universe, Toys of Masters of the Universe. That was through Dark Horse.
It was. Now
he is venturing into his the heavyweight class here. I think it's heavyweight. I think it's he's producing a is it so it's unofficial guide? Like
it's unofficial because I'm self-publishing. It's just
I know it's a lot of work, dude.
It is a lot.
I mean, the one we're going to look at the books here in a second, but I had the page up. I'm looking over here at them, and I've been checking them out. 600 some pages for volume 1. And I know you've been traveling and pictures and I'm jumping ahead of myself here, but
for like 3.5 years now. That's like it's like the Motu book all over again. Like we jumped head first into this whole thing and started, touching base with Turtles fans and visiting fans around the country to do photography and, get as many different turtle collecting minds in on this, right? So that we're making the best possible guide that we can make for this brand. So,
it's impressive from the stuff that I've seen. I know you've talked, I've talked to you. If you can make sure you join his Patreon. He puts stuff up that sometimes it's just for Patreons only. You can see some stuff that he does, but the book is, it's impressive, man. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and share the page now. I'm gonna pull it up and we'll get to this and we'll go ahead and show what we're talking about here. So
there it is.
Yeah. So, now, I'll put this down below. I'll put a link where you can go. It's through the PowerCon website.
It is on the PowerCon website. Yeah. But if you just go to toysoftmnt.com, it'll take you straight to it.
Right. So I'm on.
Easy.
Thank you very much for. I'll put that. I'll make sure I put that below too. But there's a lot of options here, so I want to go over each one if we can.
Definitely.
Because there's a lot going on, and I want people to know exactly. Obviously, you've probably repeated this a million times over and over and over, but
it's okay. It's important. It's important to get it out there, right? Like, because the internet's a big place, and there's a lot of stuff grabbing your attention, right? There's a lot of toys that we're all like, I'm kind of competing with right now with this. So it's important to keep talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. I got you on that one, man. All right, so we go here. You have now. This is the main book. I would say the main book, right? It's going to be
This is standard edition.
standard edition.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, this is a 9x12. This is a hardcover.
Hardcover book.
Hardcover. Okay.
It's going to be very comparable in size to the Masters of the Universe one. So if you have the Masters of the Universe one in hand,
right,
it's going to be very similar to that, like size-wise, as far as like scale and everything goes. It's less pages. Like the Motu book was 752 pages, I think. So this one is over 600. However, like the printing process that we're using and like the paper stock is like really good quality, so it's still going to be like as thick as the Masters of the Universe book, if not even like a little bit thicker because of the quality that we're doing with it. And we're doing the printing process. This is part of this whole like self-publishing thing, right? Is like figuring out all this, but like we made sure that we're doing like a legit printing process where it's most books or most things that are printed typically do like the 4-color printing process, but we're doing a process that's more than 4 colors because Ninja Turtles are so bright and vibrant and like they have those neon colors and everything. Right. And we wanted to make sure that the colors of the photography in the book were as one-to-one as possible with a real toy. So we made sure that we're going for like the premium printing process that uses more colors just so everything looks bright and vibrant and colorful and not muted or anything like that. So it's going to be real nice in hand.
It's funny you said it because that's just before you came on. I had the laptop open and I was going over some stuff, and I have another screen that's like a higher end screen. And when you first open it, I restarted everything. And when you start it, you have that. They show you those awesome like scenic photos on the wallpaper or whatever before you log in.
Yeah.
The colors look great, but I happened to glance over on the second screen, and the colors were actually showing you more of what the actual scene looks like versus, you know what I mean? So like, it's crazy you said that because I was thinking, man, it's like, man, this. You can just tell the process of how this is built versus the screen on this.
That's one of those things you don't think about that, right? Yeah. Unless this is like your business or like this something that you do. You don't think about like more colors means brighter, more vibrant printing on a page, and like you can only capture. It's weird to think about, but you can only capture so much of what the human eye can actually see.
Absolutely.
In like printed form.
Right, I get it.
So, it's weird. It's weird. So, like, that's all Val Staples, my partner on this. That's his job is to figure all that stuff out. That's where his expertise lies, right? Yeah. Like, I'm really excited to see what this looks like in person once the printing is done. It's going to be really good.
Yeah, I see you got the little manhole cover here. Nice location.
Yeah, that was fun for our little, our press release photos. Yeah, I love that.
It looks great, man. I'll tell you, is that going to be like a matte textured type, not matte, but like a soft material or anything like that on the standard?
So, it's a hardcover book, but it'll be the same type of hardcover like on the Masters of the Universe book. So it'll
have that sheen to it, like this,
like sheen to it, that gloss. Yeah, it'll be like that. Yeah.
All right. And here's a little sample right here. Yeah, man.
So we should talk about, like, this particular book is going to cover everything from 88 through 93, which is half of the vintage toy line, which is why this is volume 1. I'm working on everything all at once. I know that's a question I get all the time. So volume 2 is definitely coming, and it will complete the whole vintage line for you. But the important thing to note is, like, we have to get this one done first, right? So volume 1's the important one. Mm-hmm. As long as we get rolling and everything goes great with this, volume 2 will definitely be coming right behind it within the next year or so. But like we were just saying, this is over 600 pages. So this is half of the vintage line, and it's over 600 pages.
That's crazy.
Comparing to Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Was 82 through 2019, and it was 750 pages.
Yeah, you had classics in there, right? Classics in there. I mean, you had 2000X. You had New Adventures. You had all the original vintage. You had She-Ra. I mean,
She-Ra. Yeah, it was all in
that was
there.
in there, yeah.
Super 7s, 5.5s were in
5.5,
there.
yeah.
Like, it was everything up to the start of Origins, basically.
Yeah.
So that really just kind of shows you just how much more there was for Turtles, just in the vintage line, than we got for all those years of He-Man. Now, another part of that is that we're doing this a little differently, where you can see on this sample page here. In the Motu book, I did 1 page per entry, 1 page per item. And part of that was because we had to do all of that and put it in that one book.
Right.
It was just the way, it was what we were, that was a licensed book. You have to follow guidelines. That's what we had to do. That's what we were given. For this one, we opted to do 2 pages per item, specifically to give it more space to breathe so you can really see everything. One of the critiques I got a lot on the Motu book was a lot of people said that the pictures felt a little too small, especially when it came to the cardback photos. A lot of people didn't like, because the cardback photos in the Motu book are like small and just kind of down in the corner of the page.
Yeah.
And you don't get to see like a really good shot of the card back, the back of the figure. It's just because we had to do that. We had to fit everything on a page. So we wanted to give more space so we can just have bigger, bolder photography so you can see everything. But also, Turtles come with so many more accessories than He-Man figures did, right? Do. Like, most Motu figures have, like, a gun, right? Like, sometimes you got
to break everything off. You're like, okay,
right.
Like,
Turtles came with, like, 10 accessories a piece sometimes. So we just really wanted to make sure we had enough space to do, our glamour shot, our breakdown of all the accessories, our full turnarounds of the figure, showing off variants where that matters, and the card backs. And then the figures that have action features, we also have our little film strip demonstration of the action features, just like we did in the Motu book. So that was kind of our decision here, the reason behind it. And I think this looks so good because...
No, it does.
This is going to be like such a cool visual guide for people. Like, they'll be able to flip through here and just see these fantastic, like, original photos. Like, we took all these pictures, we cleaned up all these pictures, made them look real nice for this book, and it's going to be like just a really great way for somebody to look at this and like remember the stuff they had as a kid, or use it as a checklist while they're collecting the toy line, or anything in between. It's going to be perfect for all that stuff.
Yeah, I can tell. Well, I like how you have the separate headshots versus the body. Then you have the figure more of the focus. Now, I appreciate the artwork. I like the card backs myself,
Yeah, totally.
I like how here at least you do have like almost half a page dedicated to where you can see that.
Yeah. If there wasn't so much to squeeze in, I would have loved to do like full page, like here's the
one card back,
figures,
one
right?
figure. Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah. But we had to make sure we had room for everything because there's so much to show with these. Like Leonardo here is a great example because these early 10 backs had so many variations. And I think the most common one is the soft head, hard head. Okay. Like, it's either a soft head or a hard head figure. So that's kind of what those close-ups right there of the head are kind of giving you.
Yeah, so I'm saying you show the differences.
Yeah, shows the difference between the soft head and the hard head, so you can tell them apart. You can see what to look for between them. Like the hard head figures, you can always tell because they have a mold seam going down the side of the head, and you don't have that on the soft heads because they're like rotocast. So it's you got a little tells like that a lot of people always ask, and this is a way to kind of break that down and show it to you.
That's great.
And then even on the accessories, like if you see the ninja stars up there, there's a variant. One of them is pointed and one of them is rounded. So it's showing you the difference because they could have come either way. Either they're going to get pointed or they're going to get rounded, and there doesn't seem to be one or the other that's like more obscure. It's just
it's a random
running change that they made at some point. Yeah. Probably because they were too sharp and they were hurting kids, so they rounded them off, for safety concerns. So little stuff like that. We want to make sure we're always showing where there's like a notable variant that needs that photography to show you the difference. We're making sure to include that too.
All right. Yeah, it looks good. It looks fantastic, man.
Thank you.
You have another sample page here.
Yep. We got a couple of them. Yeah, Muckman is a great one.
There's one more after this too, but this is we're talking about the colors, the pop and the vibrant.
Yeah.
It really, I'm telling you, it really shows off on this right here. You know?
Thank you.
I mean, I get Toxic Crusader vibes so hard when I see this figure. Not to
100%.
get into that, I mean, I can understand one could be piggybacked off the other. But I'm just saying, like, it just, you know, you really.
Muckman's a total homage to Toxie. So, like, that's
so
that's what that's kind of his origins there. They were doing an homage to Toxie. So it's just funny that eventually Playmates also did Toxic Crusaders, and we got like an actual. And that's totally what he is. Yeah.
I didn't know that. But that's what he looks like. Yeah. I mean, that's what I've always. When I see him, that's what I always think of. So
100%.
I learned something new tonight. Hey, why didn't you know? Hey, it's great stuff.
And you got the little action feature film strip there that shows the ooze feature, because you put the slime in his little trash can backpack in the top of his head, and he pukes the slime and it oozes out of his belly. It's awesome.
Greatest. That's the greatest stuff, man.
So good.
Yeah, let's just do away with the book. Let's just make a bunch of slime.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I love slime features are the best.
Yeah, that's great, man. Captured it really well too.
Thank you.
It fills up the page. I mean, it looks good. This is definitely thought out.
You can also see the difference here. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine. I see you got the little Foot Clan.
I was gonna say that's what I wanted to point out. Okay, we're doing like the purple borders for the bad guys and the yellow borders for the good guys, and that kind of matches like the yellow matches the cross sell on the back of the card, because the good guys were always like highlighted in the little yellow bubbles. Right. Mm-hmm. But then I decided I wanted to do the purple for the bad guys, because that's just such a Foot soldier color. Yeah. Yeah, and then we've got the little Foot logo for the bad guys and a little turtle shell for the good guys. So
that's right here.
That way
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just a fun way. Yeah, like we did the same thing in the Motu book, right? Like we did like black for the evil horde and red for the heroes and purple for the villains, I think. So like kind of did the same thing here, but it just makes it fun.
When I see that, I saw the Foot Clan, the Foot, and then you see the purple, the first thing came to mind was the car. You remember the
the Foot Cruiser.
The colors on the box and like the Foot exactly. So it's just, I don't know. This thing, and it's funny, which happens to be one of the test shot pages you have here, but from all the way down from the Playmates going forward with the Toxic Crusaders, the popping colors, how you picked out the purple, the logo. I mean, it's gonna be exciting just to go through it, just to see things I know. I never owned this figure. I was into TMNT as a kid at the very beginning. Like I was into it, and so this will be interesting to go through to see. And I know I've watched a lot of your toy hunts, and I know sometimes you'll come across something and you'll be like, I don't see this often, or like the more expensive, obscure like figures. They may probably be in volume 2. They might not even be in the first volume.
Well, some of them are in this one. If you want to go to the next page, this is kind of like the king of them here.
Well, that's probably like one.
Scratch the cat, right? Yeah. And it's funny when you think about that, because like you just said, most people probably expected that Scratch was at the end of the toy line. But he came out right in the middle, 1993. Like, he's like the one that is always looked at as like the grail of the toy line. He's the big expensive one.
You see him everywhere you go?
Man, I do.
We've talked about this before.
Every convention I go to, there's at least one dealer that's selling a Scratch. So it's like, it's one of those things where like, I don't think, like, he probably was produced in lower numbers, obviously, than the stuff that came out in like 88, 89, 90, at the very, that's just the nature of a toy line. As it's going on and getting less popular, there's less production numbers. However, he's not like unfindable, he's just expensive. So like that's kind of the way I look at it.
Just like expensive.
He's just expensive. Like he commands that price, people pay that price. That means he's worth that price if people are paying it. He's just, I don't know.
I mean, I get it. It's like you said, it's just part of life. It's just the cost. You want him, you pay for him. If you don't, But
he's one of the last
is he still
original
high numbers?
He is, man. Every time I see him, it's like I think the last couple shows I've seen him at, people were charging like 800 plus for him. Like, yeah, he's a high one. It's pretty wild. But he is one of the like last original mutants in the line, which is really funny to say because this toy line goes on for another 5 years basically after this, but they really start ramping up all the crazy turtle variants for
Was
the
that
next
like the
several
sports
years.
ones and all that came? The sports and the
So
monsters and like
the sports ones are actually in this book,
are they
but
really?
yes, like the Universal monsters start coming, the Star Trek ones start coming. You got the metal mutants.
What about
you
the
got
chrome? Yeah, that's what I was
the
talking about.
chromed ones,
Yeah.
the astronauts. Like they just go wild with turtle variants. Like in the last half of the toy line, it's pretty nuts.
It's like somebody was like, "Man, we had a good time. Let's just go."
So this book right here is really going to have like the bulk of like what people remember, I think.
Yeah.
Like when you think back and like, oh, I had that as a kid, that's probably mostly going to be in this book. And then the next book you're going to flip through and go, I didn't even know they made
existed.
this.
Wow. Yeah. That's going to be, so we have to get this funded.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff to see.
Hold on. There's one more. Okay. So let's talk about that, because when you see that and we get excited and we talk about like the next book, we're not even, we got to get this funded first and get this going, obviously.
Yeah, that's right.
So right now, your window, you're closing on Monday.
August 17th. Yep.
17th.
August 17th. Yeah, is the current close of the pre-orders.
All right. So you need to get people to start buying this. What we'll do is I'll go. They have there's a couple other books. I'm gonna save the one that I really do like.
Yeah.
The holy grail of the
I love it. There's a grail of the books, the Holy Grail. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're gonna go over it.
Oh, you spoiled it.
I just had to touch on it. I mean, you're gonna see it anyways in the bundles.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
it's
That's
okay.
right.
Now,
yeah.
this book by John Coleman here.
Yeah.
Now, this is interesting because I think you and I have spoken in the past about, like, I was trying to talk to you about like doing something with the origin stuff. We were so many variations just in that toy line, and I was like, dude, there's so much stuff. And the reason why I knew, because I was buying so many of the same figure like an idiot, like just buying and buying. And this is a very difficult. It's hard to do this. This is not easy.
100%. 100%.
This is a book that, if imagine you trying to put this into, because I think people wanted you when you did your Motu book, they wanted you to have variations and
absolutely.
It's like, dude, it's so, and you turned me on to a book. I can't remember the gentleman's name, but I have the book, but it's a paperback.
I have that too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's dude. It has every, and I'm sorry to get off track from this, but it just
this is good lead up to what this is.
Piggybacks, right? It has all the countries and like what the stamps on the back would be and how the card would have looked if you find it on card, and you're talking extensive. Some figures are like, there's so much. My favorite Leech, him, Thunder Punch Man, like stuff like that. Leech has. I've got some that aren't even in the books, like stuff that.
Isn't that crazy? And that's the other thing, right? Like I feel like it's endless. I feel like you could never make a 100% complete variant list because it's like we're always finding something,
right?
Or somebody has found something somewhere that we haven't been alerted to yet. Right. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Or it was like 10 ran and they stopped those. They caught it and those 10 got out the door.
Yes.
And then. Like that light skin Clamp Champ and all.
Like Clamp Champ, the Clamp Champ one is wild. So,
but this
that's exactly right. And like we talked about that, and I got asked that a lot with the Motu book, and part of that just goes back to like the limited amount of space that I was given in that book for every figure. It was very difficult to get into all that stuff. Plus, I had to work within what I was allowed to do.
Right.
Right. With this is another good case of like self-publishing. We can do what we want. We can include more of that kind of stuff. And like we talked about, like anytime that there are good notable variants that people need to know about, we are including that in the main book. Early on in this process, I met and befriended John Coleman. Okay. He lives here in Illinois with me. And a lot of the photography I did with him. And he just kind of came on and really became my right-hand man through this whole process. We've become really good friends over the last 3 or 4 years. But his knowledge of this toy line is just unbelievable, specifically when it comes to variants. Like, he knows his stuff when it comes to variants. And he's been making his own, like, he's been tracking this stuff. Like, he's been trying to notate and find exactly the kind of stuff you're talking about, like all these variants, the different card back variations, the different releases, all of that stuff. Like, he's been tracking it. And it's one of those things where we wanted to include as much of that as we can in the main book, but we obviously, it's, again, even with the way we have it, it's still limited in space of what we can put. So the more we were doing this and the more we were going, and with him always like discovering something new or organizing something, it was like we just got to this point where we were like, we should publish this, John. We should publish your list, because there's definitely going to be collectors out there that are going to care about this kind of thing. So that's exactly what this is here. And this is a way of, like, since he's done so much work with us on this book, like, we wanted this to be like his book. So it's got his name on it. It's something for him. It's something that he gets to publish right alongside, as it's a good add-on to the main book. So if you are somebody who is interested in that variant knowledge, if you want to, like, have a proper checklist of everything, something that you can carry with you to toy shows and use as a list while you're collecting, this is going to be that. Because it's very similar to the other book we were talking about. This is going to be black and white list form. So it's basically just going through year by year, listing everything out. But then the center of the book has several full color pages that shows card back variations. Okay. So you've got photos in there of that too. So this is awesome.
Let me throw one thing in. Let me throw one thing in, because you touched on the text. So I was reading this. So just so people know, this is going to be not a visual guide as much as it is. Now, I was concerned about that when I got the Motu book, the one that it's the paperback, and it's I'm telling you, it's mainly text. If you've got, do you have it right there? Because I don't have my books.
I want to pull it up because I want to make sure we give credit.
Give credit, right? Exactly.
It's this one right here, right?
Right. That's exactly right.
Yeah. So it's Zach Papadelius did a book like that, and it's similar. Yeah, like that's kind of what his book is. It's like just listing out, like,
it may show one picture maybe of the figure, but you're going to get mainly text of what to look for, the color, or what country of origin, that type of stuff. So I will say, when I first thought, when you promoted it, when you were talking about it and how great it was, I was like, I want to see, so I need to see. But I was like, when I got it, it lays out easily for you just what it gives you something to do too when you're hunting. You say, you know what? I got this in my hand. Let me break my book out real quick. And I said, okay, you can read and then you can check the figures yourself. And then it gives you something to do. Not that you need to do anything extra when you're already hunting for what you want, but it's very interesting, man. And it's now, really remember cool. This, it's a rabbit hole. When you get this
100%
down the rabbit hole, you'll go.
And that's a thing we've been having lots of conversations. Like, he messages me all the time where he's like, oh, I'm almost done, but I want to add this, or I found this. And, we kind of had to get to a point where it's like, you have to find a stopping point, right? And it's like, I feel that it's the same way with my book. You could do so much and it's never going to feel done. And that's one of those things where, like, I got some great advice from a friend one time back when I was working on the He-Man book, where they said, art is never done, it's merely abandoned. Because that's just the way it goes, right? Like, you're never gonna be fully done with it. There's always gonna be something else, right? So you just get to a point. But, like, what he's created is so cool, and it's something that really just doesn't exist, like, not even on the internet. Like, you'll find bits and pieces of this information out there, but not collected all in one place, like
compressed in one place. Yeah, you can get it in the book. Make sure you guys get in and get this. I'm definitely ordering this. Even though I don't collect turtles like I used to. I do. I collect a lot of Michelangelo. So
nice.
But I'm interested to see the variants and just go through. Yeah. Because you never know, man.
I'm gonna post some samples of it here soon. We got some samples of this just to show what the lists look like and everything. Cool. So within the next couple days, that maybe by the time this is up, that'll already be out there on my socials.
All right,
so
cool.
We're going to share that out there for sure. It's important to note though that this is a pre-order only item, so these are being made to order, this particular book. Okay. So if you are interested in this, you got to pre-order
in this window.
You got to pre-order it in this window. Okay. And we do have bundles available.
That's
so
if you want this next.
if you want it with the main book, you'll save money that way. You can just get them both together as a package deal. Right there, $85. You say $5 off the
$5
cover
you
price
get,
of the.
And also mention, I don't know if it was, were we, I don't think we recorded, we were talking earlier about how the books come already, like they're going to, I think that's important to note too for people who are concerned.
Sure. Yeah. It's been great. We're at this process where we're starting to get like all these photos of like what things are looking like and how everything's going to come. So, all of the books, when they come in the cases from the factory, every book is going to be pre-packaged in like these awesome individual shipping boxes, like ready to go, where they're like walled and like thick padded all the way around the book, so it should keep the book safe. Really nice heavy boxes that everything's going to come ready to go in, which is awesome. So I love that. That's different than the Motu book, which all just kind of came together in a box with individual shrink wrapping, and that's just the way they ship their books. I love that these are coming like in these nice sturdy boxes for like extra protection. So like they'll be in those inside the cases, which is awesome. So they should come really nice. Yeah.
So, and I'm sorry I didn't mean to cut you off again, Dan. I get excited about it all, man. So I'm trying to make sure
I'm excited too
on as much stuff as we can. But so you got the bundle here, and hold on, I gotta skip the next one. Well, and that one. Wait a minute. It don't matter.
One of these tabs has got what you're looking for.
It doesn't matter. Here, we'll just go for it. So there is a limited edition cover for the book.
Yes.
Which we'll get. We're going to go to that in a second. But I will just show the bundle off. You can get that limited edition book here with the variant guide. So if you go back and you look, this will be the standard book here. And then, of course, this one will be the... Now, this is only in the pre-order window as well, right? This is not going to be...
Special edition is, yes. The special edition and the variant guide are only for the pre-order window. They're just like extra bonuses that we're doing for early supporters, basically, is what it is.
Yeah, and you look at the detail here, like you can see the nunchucks and, of course, the bow and then the side. And you've got all the weapons all the way around. And there's a couple other little cool things we're going to talk about in a minute here. But so this bundle here... You can order this if you want the special edition. Again, this is only in the pre-order window, along with the variant guide.
Yeah.
Then the next bundle, you can get the standard book and the special edition, which, and then I recommend this one here naturally, but you can only do what you can do. This is all three. And two of the three are only available in this pre-order window. Now, remember, in this pre-order window, if I'm not wrong, we still have to get it funded to a point where we can get to go to print.
That's the goal, yes. So, and that's one of those things that's always hard to get across. And the way we're running it, I understand why. That like this isn't a Kickstarter, right? And I think people just kind of assume if we needed it that way, we needed to do a Kickstarter. But we chose to do it like a standard pre-order, but it's still that same principle. Like the pre-order money is what's being used to pay for the print run.
Correct.
So we have to meet a goal, a minimum, so that we can send this to printing, which is why I'm asking everybody, like if you're interested in this, please buy it now during the pre-order period through this website. Don't wait and hope that you're going to find it somewhere, because this isn't, like we talked about, this isn't published through Dark Horse, so it's not going to just end up on Amazon. It's not necessarily going to end up at a bookstore. Maybe down the road after the first print run, I can do some retailer deals. But for the first print run, this is to get the book printed and produced. So if you're interested, pre-order it now so that we can get to where we want to be and get rolling with the pre-orders. And I know I'm asking a lot, and I feel so bad because, God, there's all those... Well, there's like 2 HasLabs going on right now. There's the Snake Lair going on right now. There's
a lot.
Endless pre-orders, right? So I'm competing for all the same money.
Like Mask came back from Little Subjects. I'm like, I had that as a kid. Nostalgia, you and I have always discussed this, and when we've hung out or whatever. Nostalgia is the baseline, in my opinion. I believe you share the same opinion of what people go after. Now, some people may see something and get into it, and like, oh, it's cool, I'll collect this, but that nostalgia factor, when you've held something in your hand as a child and you play with it and you had this imagination and you see it again, and it's going to be it's like the same as what it was. It's not going to be 6, 7 inch scale. it's gonna be this back in the day, you know, like what we had.
Right,
It's like, dude, but they're so expensive, like it's crazy. And then I want this, and then I want that, and it's like you have to draw a line somewhere. So
it's hard. I get it.
It's tough, man. It really is. And then you feel I'm
tough.
asking you to buy all this stuff, and I know you want to get this stuff, but this is a once opportunity here. I mean, like you order it, or you know.
Yeah. Hey, and $70 is way cheaper than a HasLab or a Snake Lair, right?
Yeah, way cheaper. We're going to talk about that Snake Lair in a few minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not letting that one go. Not while you're on here, trust me.
Yeah, no, we got it. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that.
All right, so here's what I want to. This is what I was saving for here for the end of the book to push, but this right here again. So the run was from '88 all the way up until '93. It's going to have over 6,000 original photos that you took, right? I mean, you or Val, or you guys have been just involved in with your own hands. You've been in it. I mean, you've taken the photos. Right. So now this is where this is pretty cool. And it's going to have a faux leather. It's going to be green, as you can see. It's going to have, again, around the edges and all the weapons. I like, and we were talking about the silver, the
gilded page edges,
gilded on the edges of the book. So this is something. Again, this one's only available to get through the pre-order.
I'm so happy with how that design came out too.
It looks
like
great,
all credit to Val. That was him who came up with that, and it's so freaking cool with the weapons and the corners like that. I love it. So, and that'll be embossed silver. So
silver, yeah.
And then, you know, aside from this, it also comes with a dust jacket that has the same image on it that the standard edition has, just on its actual book. So if you're like worried about not getting the artwork that's on the other book, you'll have it on the dust jacket that goes over this. But then under it, you got this cool faux green leather and silver.
I see like the print, like on the leather. Now you didn't go bumpy, huh? You didn't do this.
So it is like it's not like the current Playmates figures. No divots.
Yeah, you didn't do that, huh?
You can see it does have a bit of a texture, but it's not quite as extreme as the Playmates figures. But I can show you. I have like a pre-production sample here if you want to see it.
I just wanted to go through and there you go. So, but let's do the sample. Let me
the contents inside are the same, so that's worth noting too. It's just for like the fancy cover and all that kind of stuff. But this is just the early sample that they sent us, so that we can get an idea of what it looks like, and it's just really fun to show off to give you a good idea. It's funny because the sample printing says Holy Bible, and that's just their standard way of doing it. So it's the Turtle Bible.
Turtle Bible.
TMNT Bible. It's blank inside, but this shows you like look at the silver.
I love that.
Edges. It's beautiful. Yeah. You can see this is the embossed silver that's going to be on that turtle shell, and the weapons that are going around, and all the information on the spine will also be that nice shiny silver. It's so cool looking. And this is like this actual size that the book's going to be too, so it'll be roughly like this. In fact, like, let me show this comparison real quick.
Yeah, you're going to pull out.
So if this is something that matters. Like these will look great on the shelf next to each other.
They look perfect. Like they're both made by.
They're gonna match
someone who's really into it.
That's right. This one of the things we haven't talked about yet, so we're gonna talk about it with you first.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Let's go.
You know the little binding ribbons that go like at the edges of the books right here,
like the stitching, the
stitching,
the rope or whatever. Yeah.
So the binding on the top is going to be red and orange, and the binding on the bottom is blue and purple.
That's so great.
Striped. It is so cool looking. I got sample pictures sent to me today, and I was like, oh, yeah, there you go. You got an exclusive. But I got the sample picture sent to me today, and I'm like, that is so rad. Dude. I love that we're doing stuff like that. So all these cool little details and touches that we're putting into this thing, because we really do want it to feel special, like something really.
Well, I saw you have a bookmark in there too.
Yes. So it'll have like the bookmark ribbon.
Yeah. So
this one's green. I think I need to confirm this one.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that the bookmark ribbons, we were also talking about having multiple ribbons in the book. That'll be those same bandana colors.
That would be great.
So that'll be really cool too.
Yeah.
So that's the special edition is really cool. It's got a lot of really nice extras going on with it.
Yeah.
So it's been surprisingly, like, we did that because we thought it'd be really cool to have that for people that care about that kind of stuff, and we really liked how nice it looked. It has been the top seller.
Really?
It's the thing that everybody's buying the most of. Yeah. So apparently everybody thinks it's really cool looking. I was not expecting it to be the top seller, but it's the top seller.
Now, does that help? That still helps go towards the print run in order to go to
It does. It does help. You know, I mean, it costs a little bit more. It costs a little bit more to produce, though, too, right? So, like, that's why we have to.
The cost, yeah.
There's an offset of the cost in there, right? So, but it still counts towards like our overall goal, right? Because that's what we're trying to earn is the amount of money that it costs to send our print run to print.
Yeah, they don't want to turn the machines on unless you're going to print X amount of books. You got to.
Yes.
You got to have an X amount number run.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't want to fire them up for 10 books.
For 10 books, right? Yeah. Then we'd have to go to like the made to order thing through Amazon or something, which we don't want to do. We want to have like really nice printed books. So, and I mean, I know a lot of people do the Amazon thing, and that's I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying this is what we want to do. This is how we want to do it.
Yeah. So. Well, I can tell you, man, it's impressive. Yeah, I'll definitely. I mean, I'm getting that book in the variant guide. But
thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, make sure you guys check out the website. I'll put both links below to where you can go to PowerCon, or you can go directly to the website for the book itself. Order them. Get your orders in while you can, if you can. You know, we understand how times are.
I got one more thing I can give you that hasn't been announced yet. So here's one more thing I can tell you.
Yeah.
So right now it's the pre-order system, the way it's set up, right? Like it takes the money when you pay. And I know that some people would rather it not be like that, but as we've discussed, like the money is for printing the books, right? Mm-hmm. We are enabling, we just got it all set up because we are just trying to meet as much demand as we can so that people can pay the way that's most comfortable to them. We're enabling the Shop Pay feature on the site. So if you're familiar with Shop Pay, that's what a lot of online stores are using now. That allows you to pay in installments,
like 4 weeks or 2 weeks.
Yeah. So
instead of hitting you all at once.
That's right. So if the worry about the cost coming out right away has been an issue for you, or you're just more comfortable using an app that you already use to pay for everything else, we now will have Shop Pay enabled on the pre-order site. Nice. So you can use Shop Pay, and Shop Pay allows you to use your Google payment, your Apple Pay, American Express, which is something we couldn't take before. Now you can do it with the Shop Pay. So Shop Pay actually opens up a lot more options for you as a consumer and gives you the option to do the delayed payments if you want to. So we're doing our best to make this as accessible as we can to everybody. It's not easy always, but we're always trying to find new ways to do it. And Shop Pay was one of those things a lot of people asked about, so we're installing it. So it'll be available soon. Yeah,
man. As you go on the fly. I mean,
That's right. Yeah.
No, but I mean, it's look how great it is. Look how much thought's put into it. So naturally, if someone asks for, hey, we need another form of payment, you're not going to just say no. Look what you're doing. You're trying to go the extra step. Make sure you can add that.
I think Shop Pay even lets you use PayPal and stuff too. So that's another thing. People kept asking me about PayPal, but our current thing won't accept PayPal. Right. So I think Shop Pay should allow that now. So you'll be able to do that. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, man, I really appreciate you talking about the book coming on. But while I've got you here, we've got to touch on. I'm sorry, I've got my arms up on the table here. We got to. We have to touch on this snake layer. Just a second.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Pull it up because, why not? Why not get your professional opinion here?
One of the million crowdfunds happening at the same time. That's what it feels like, right? Everybody's asking for our money all at once.
Yeah, well, have you ever noticed? It's always been like that, though.
It is. It's the name of the game, right?
It's just for everything, dude. Doesn't even, it's just crazy. It's I mean, it is literally everything. I think right now maybe I feel like maybe you're maybe thinking about it a little more because now you're like in it.
I just feel so bad because we had already planned to launch our thing, and I should have known better than like launching it right at Comic-Con time. But like, you know, I guess I didn't expect so many crowd funds from the big toy companies to all happen. Like Hasbro's doing 2 at the same time. That's crazy to me.
Dude, I don't know how they do, you know,
because they got the G.I. Joe one and the Star Wars one, and then you got this Masters of the Universe one, and they're all at the same time. It's like, what are we doing
They
here?
did like the
That's
backpack,
crazy.
and they did like I think it was the Striker. I can't remember. It was like when they were first introducing the O-ring figures, and
Yeah.
they just.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done multiples in the past.
Yeah.
I think the first one they did was like the Cookie Monster, wasn't it? Where that didn't fund, and then
That one didn't fund.
Yeah.
They did the Rancor, the Black Series Rancor that didn't fund. Yeah.
So now this here, there's 15 days left on this. It's over half now. But when I looked at it last time, it was like 47 something.
Pushing 60% now. That's a lot more than last time I looked at it too.
You think it'll fund?
I think it will. They're closing in on 4,000. So what? They need 2,500 units sold in the next 15 days. I think they're gonna get it. I don't think we're gonna get that stretch goal. I think that's too much.
Yeah,
I don't think
they removed the 10,000. They had the 10,000.
And what a smart move. I'm so glad that they took the Chimera and just included it with the base price. Like, I think the criticism that gets thrown at these crowd funds the most from Mattel and Hasbro and all the big toy companies is the price. Like, all of these figures have already been accounted for, right? Like, it's already in the price. So why don't they just give us everything up front? Like, what is the point in making us go to these stretch goals? It's it's not change. Like, in Kickstarter terms, right? When it's like an individual that's trying to fund something, they add stretch goals as a way to like, well, if we earn this much money, we'll have enough money to produce this other cool thing to give you guys, right? But I don't believe that's what's going on with the big toy companies. I think all of this is already budgeted in for the base price. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's true, but that's the way it seems.
Yeah.
Like, so
for a large company, they're going to make sure they're not going to lose $1. So
that's true. That's true. And they're doing that's part of the reason they're doing this too. Is like, we're going to produce what's made, and then that's the fans are paying for the production, and that's the only way we're doing it, right?
I tend to want to believe that the price they set this at. Now, I'm not going to say this particular project, but usually like HasLab, when they set a price, you get difference of opinions. Like some people think, okay, they're making so much money. I think they have a number set. If they go over that number, then they'll make money. But I think it's in order to get it put out, it's like the minimum 3,000, let's say, units.
Yeah.
Okay, or this one needs 6,000. They know, okay, at $300 a piece, if we hit 6,000, we're able to pay everybody who's on the project. We're able to get the project made, get it boxed, get it shipped to us, whatever we have to do, container, all that. And then any unit over that is pure profit, in my opinion.
So you think there's like a break-even price?
I think
doing
crowdfund? Yeah, because then you would just make it yourself and put it in the store.
No, you're totally right, but that just raises another question. Like, why do the big toy companies do crowdfunds? Why don't they just make these things?
Well,
and put them in the store?
I don't know what company would. I don't know who would buy this.
That's part of it. That's part of it, right? Like, I'm throwing out there like these are the questions that people ask.
I agree with you. Like,
yeah,
these are the people who hate companies doing crowdfunds, or Kickstarters, so to speak, or whatever you want to consider it.
Sure.
But I think they want to take the okay. I don't want to take anybody's side here, but I will say to take the risk off of me. The smart business way to do this, in my opinion. Now you can say, well, you're being whatever, if you don't want to put it out there. Well, I also don't want to lose my, and it be on clearance, by before Christmas. And I've got to send back, or Target calls me and says, hey, we bought, 5,000 units from you and they're not selling. So we need a kickback. Can we get like 10% or 20%? Now I've got to worry about, so, and some companies have agreements from my understanding, where they can, whatever they send back from Target, they get credit back.
Yeah, I think that does happen.
Yeah,
especially
so you
with
get
Walmart
stuck
and Target.
with,
yeah.
Products, and I don't know. I mean, where else could you take right now? How many, if you put this in Target and Walmart, if Walmart will even stock it, Walmart, half the stuff, man, you don't even see it sometimes. I don't know. It depends on what Walmart.
Both my Target and Walmart's are terrible. I don't ever see anything. I
don't see much. I mean,
nothing cool. I never see anything.
The closest Target to me is almost 30 minutes, and I have one Walmart in the toy department. It's like one aisle. Like everything's on that aisle. Everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
No, you're totally right though. I mean, like, obviously the toy industry as a whole has changed a lot. The way retailer distribution has changed a lot. It's not like it was when we were kids, right? And things basically have to be guaranteed sells these days because there's limited space in the toy aisles for toys. There's you have Walmart and Target now basically, and they have like 6 to 8 aisles dedicated to toys in their entire store. So like there's you're fighting for shelf space. Target and Walmart's not going to stock things if they don't think it's going to sell, especially expensive things that take up a lot of shelf space. So there's always those factors at play. But on the flip side, playing devil's advocate, thinking about all the other arguments, Mattel just sold a Fright Zone to online retailers. That was like an online retailer exclusive.
Yeah, I saw.
Thing.
Yeah, big. I pre-ordered one. Yeah,
right.
That,
Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, Mattel Creations. They just sold the Fright Zone, and it was. What was that? What is that? $89.99.
Yeah.
So as a consumer, you could look at that and then go, well, why didn't they just do the same thing with the Snake Lair?
Well,
why wasn't the Snake Lair a direct-to-consuer product
again,
like that? So I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm throwing all the different.
I'm gonna play back.
Have
you? I had never seen the Snake Lair as a kid. I wasn't much into the comics as a kid.
No, you're right. There's no nostalgia with this.
I had as a kid, so like there's difference thing. I bought a couple puppets from the Toy Explosion from the I don't know if they had a toy show. They do.
Yeah, I saw that.
Vintage.de. They do all that. They did the puppet. I got 2 of the puppets.
Oh, sweet! That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And but they are identical almost to the vintage. They'll have there's something on there where you can tell the difference, but obviously in it's hard to find one in good condition today.
Right.
If I saw this on the shelf, there's just some things that I don't think, I don't know.
You're totally right. What you're getting at is totally right. And
I've said this yet, so let's
with Masters of the Universe, and I think it's the same with a lot of stuff. And we were just talking about this earlier, but I've always noticed with Masters of the Universe that nostalgia plays a big part in people's purchases.
Huge.
A big part. Which is why you always see people asking, well, where's the rest of the vintage line?
That's what I'm looking for.
Who are these are these new characters you're making? We don't want them. We want the old characters. You know what I mean? Like, that's a big part of buying, and you're totally right. Like, the Snake Lair has no nostalgia, which I think is something that is kind of that's something this is fighting against, right? Like, this didn't exist until recent years. This is something brand new. It's a cool concept, giving an old faction a playset for the first time, but it didn't exist before. So there's no nostalgia tied to it.
Yeah.
That does play a factor in people's purchasing. So no, you're totally right on that.
I mean, I agree with you. I agree to disagree about some things, but
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's
it's all good. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. I just think from a company standpoint, if I'm gonna put out something that's big, this expensive, like you've been in Target and you've seen that Hot Wheels playset, the boxes like the old US, it's like the flag.
It's huge.
It's like you know what I'm talking about. Or Eternia, the old Eternia, the vintage box.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the time I took a picture? I posted it. I had like this like the clouds behind me, and you thought I had died or whatever. Do you remember that? I was like sad news, and you're like, what? I was like, dude. But the size of those Hot Wheels play sets, there's like one in a store, like maybe 2, and they're They're usually over there by like where like he gets like the Nerf stuff, or like they're not even with the Hot Wheels because they're so big, and they're like $100. So you think they would make this are they going to print that many? Is that because Hot Wheels is popular? People will spend $100 on a
very popular. Those get sold every Christmas, man. People buy the heck out of those things.
The shark and all that, and the gorilla and all the cars come down, 100%. Park and all. So
I have a bunch of those in my house. My kids love those.
Yeah,
things.
Exactly. So, look how big those boxes are. They're massive. So that you can, but it's a Hot Wheels though. It's a Hot Wheels brand. It's a Hot Wheels storage facility for your Hot Wheels.
You're totally right.
This is something that's more of a niche thing.
Yes.
Fright Zone, you could argue, say, hey, that could be, but everybody who's a Motu fan, you ask them about Snake Lair, they're like, huh? You mean like Snake Mountain? No, Snake Lair.
Yes.
And then if you say Fright Zone, they'll know the Fright Zone.
No, you're right. You're totally right.
So
yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's weird. Like there's always so many questions and opinions, and it's like there's a lot of different ways to look at it. And I don't know, I think everybody's opinions are valid when it comes to all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
So,
Do you think it's worth $300?
That's the thing. 300 steep. What do you think? Do you like that? Are you cool with
No,
that
not at all.
Yeah,
I'm not,
tough, man.
I'm not backing it for the record.
Oh, you're not? Okay, so I did back it.
Okay, I
went in on it. I have a twofold. Obviously, like I do like it. I think it's a great I think it's a great looking play set. Obviously, also like I'm a bit of a completist with this stuff. I did want it. I kind of also like talking to Damon at the show and like hearing him talk about like how, like realizing that they made a misstep with the first one and how that was kind of like devastating to him, but like acknowledging that like they made a misstep and then they went back and like tried to make something that the fans were more expecting. Like, I think that is really cool that they did that. And I want to make sure they get all the designers get all the credit in the world for doing something like that. I think that is so awesome that they did that. I don't know how often that would happen, with a lot of toy companies, that they would just like scrap it and start over.
Yeah. Usually
try it again.
We're done.
Right?
Yeah, we're done.
Now, I have a feeling that part of this price is reflective of the fact that they sculpted one, scrapped it, and started over. Maybe that's part of why it's $300. But that's the thing. Like, the vibe that I was getting in person at the show was that everybody really likes the play sets, but nobody likes the price point. Everybody was just like, when they said it was $300, it's like you heard everybody go, ha. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what everybody kept saying afterwards, where they were like, oh, $300 feels like a lot for what we're getting. Like, it looks great.
Yeah.
We love the features. We really like the snake horse thing, but $300 is a lot. And
I mean, it looks like Snake Mountain, or it looks like Castle Grayskull, when it's folded up.
Yeah, it's cool.
$89. I'm not saying it's not. It's beautiful. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's great. I think Axel, his artwork's kind of more. It's more represented here on the, this
definitely
right here.
Definitely, it looks so much closer to that original piece of artwork that they actually had people vote on.
Right.
Like, that's what people voted for, and I think like
they should have just jumped from the jump, went with what they've got here. But
yeah.
Okay, so usually, here's the thing. I got burned out on Origins. I couldn't get King Randor in like wave 10 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I was getting stuff early. I mean, you and I have sent stuff back and forth. Like,
right.
We were going hardcore, like getting whatever we could get. And I just feel like I started getting burned out and then trying to find stuff. And when you live, like, I can't find anything in stores, so I have to rely on it online.
Online orders, yep.
Stuff is expensive online. And it's like, it blows my mind because somebody will buy like 10 figures up from the store. They put them online. Well, eBay takes 15%. After you do the shipping and the fees, they only make a couple bucks per figure.
Yeah.
On certain ones. And it's like, dude, you could have just let me get it instead of letting eBay make the money. Instead of you making $1, I could have bought it just at the store. You know what I mean? So I do like Creations is coming along. Now they're charging $10. But
I was going to say, isn't it crazy to think of like when this line first started, the whole selling point of these was that they were like $9.99 and you can buy them in stores. And now we're at a point where Origins figures are $20 to $25.
$25. Yeah.
Whew, that's crazy. That's a big price increase in just 5 years or whatever. Yeah, 5 years. They came out in 2020. Yeah. So in 5 years, we had a $15 price increase.
Skeletor, yeah, He-Man. And I was actually going around to Walmarts in another city to look for them in store.
Do you remember when the Walmarts were clogged with Skeletors and He-Mans, and that's all they had? That was like a thing. I bought
like 4 displays full of like. I remember like I had the displays, and in order to get the displays, I had to buy all the figures. I was like, I'll just buy them all. Let's go.
Oh my god!
And I look back and go, that's why I'm not pre-ordering none now, because I can't afford it. It's like
all your money you spent it all back then.
I got like 50 Skeletors. Nobody even wants them. Like, what did I do that for?
Oh my god. And
my God.
Maybe one day they'll cycle around.
It's all good. I've been, giving stuff away to my nephews and niece. Here, take this. Here's a Skeletor.
There you go. Yeah.
But
presents.
I think it's an interesting thing, and I would say this to kind of wind down on this. If you recall, back when we were buying classics, we went to a pre-ordered a yearly subscription, if you remember.
Yeah.
Not too far after, like, what was it, 2010 maybe? So I think, what was it, Beastman and then He-Man, He-Man then Beastman, then Skeletor. They came out like, it was December and then January to February of 08 and 09.
Yeah.
Something like that. I still have all my invoices. I have everything.
Yeah, it started in 08, but it was only 3 or 4 figures.
Yeah, it was like, one in like December, I believe. It was like, I think it was He-Man first.
Yeah, He-Man was the first, and then it was He-Man, Beastman, Skeletor.
Maybe Stratos.
Stratos was the 4th figure. You're right. Yeah.
But if you recall, like maybe 10, it wasn't that far long after they had the subscription plan deal, and you got the figure with the map or whatever. You remember that.
And you got a bonus figure.
Right. Exactly.
If you did the annual subscription, you got a bonus
But
figure.
that was kind of like a Kickstarter, though, because that
it really was.
Them
it was
so many sales, and they knew they had a number like where they needed to be.
Well, they really Mattel kind of like created the whole direct-to-consumer.
That's what that was online.
Nobody was doing that. Nobody was doing that before they did that with Motu Classics.
Yeah,
and
I remember.
It's so normal now. But like they were like back then. Do you remember because those figures were $20 a piece in 2010, 2009? Do you remember how people were like $20? Oh my God, people freaked out about how expensive they were back then. And
I remember.
It's crazy that like now we're paying $40 and $50 for some action figures. It's wild.
Well, some of them are 100, like those, little. We can go on all day about it. But,
I know.
Yeah,
we're just old men talking about the way it used to be.
And one last point, when you said about direct to consumer, so I was dabbling in another industry. I mean, I've always been collecting toys, but actually, when I was working in a different industry, everything was you had to go to a retailer to get it.
Yeah.
And you had to be direct with the manufacturer and buy so much per quarter in order to be able to carry it.
Right.
So if somebody wanted it, they had to go to your store to buy it. Well, what they started doing was around 2005, 6, they started allowing you to call them directly at the same price was being sold at the stores.
Oh.
They started undercutting. I was like, hey man, I go on the website. I'm like, how is this available? When I have to do a whole order, and I couldn't skip a SKU, I had to buy 1 or 2 of everything that they had. So like, it's like if it makes sense what I'm saying. Say they have 12 figures in a year, I couldn't buy just Januaries and Februaries as many as I want because they're popular. I had to buy all 12, and at least 2 of each one. Where now I can just go on their website and get just the one I want. So that industry was doing that, and it hurt the retailers though.
Yeah.
And I saw it coming. It was coming, and it happened. And then I'll get into another time with you, but the same thing with that. They were the toy direct to consumer. But think about how much money they would make versus, because now if I have to make it and pay for it, if I sell it to you for 20 directly instead of selling it to Walmart for $9, and then Walmart having to sell it for 20 to get their profit, and I only make $4, now I'm making $14 because I'm selling it directly to you.
Yeah.
there's we're not getting Walmart's cost.
Right.
Oh.
I know I mean, another good analogy is with my books, right? Like
Exactly.
it's part of the reason why I can't do retailer deals right up front, because I would have to sell them to them at the wholesale price, which means we don't actually get, like, they're just paying the same price I'm paying to get.
Yeah, you're just
books.
trying to
you know
get
what
the
I
book
mean?
printed.
Yeah, just trying to get the book printed. So like that's why that we have to print it first, and then we can do stuff like that at some point. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to think about how all that works. That's like, man, that was just really making me think about, like, do you remember how hard they used to push for subscription sales? Like, and they used to do the thermometers and talk about like, oh, we're not there yet. Like, it literally was like a crowd fund without that word being invented yet.
It's crazy.
And it's crazy to think back at it too, and actually wonder how legit do you think all of that was?
Well, I've got
think...
invoices. I don't want to get up and grab anything, but I can tell you, I've got invoices right now, 2012 or so, and I've shown this. I've probably shown you before, like send you a text or something, whatever. But like, I've got invoices where they were blowing Battle Cat and He-Man out at one point.
I remember.
The bundle was like 25. Battle Cat was like 10 by himself, and he was like 15 for He-Man. And I bought like 4 or 5 bundles. I didn't need them, but I
now
bought
they're
them.
So expensive.
And like, how much is Battle Cat now? Like $200,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
And those toys are like mass produced as far as direct to consumer. They were still, I mean, they had to get rid of them on clearance. They had so many.
Yeah.
And is it?
Remember they were ended up at Big Lots and stuff?
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes. Yeah. People were finding them. Yeah. I never found nothing like that. Megator.
Well, that's why people were getting mad about that. Remember? Because that was the time when they were going, well, you said these were made to order. How do you have so many extras? Why are these showing up at Big Lots? Why are you liquidating them? You made us buy subscriptions at full price, and now they're at Big Lots. Like,
if you remember Scott's line, I remember this, and I don't want to get into anything with that, but we'll just, I will. I mean, he said this at some point.
Okay.
I remember. Because he was, he always do his little presentations. Because he always said he wasn't working on the line; he was doing something else. Yet,
right,
on his own time, which is great, right?
Motu only existed.
And the back.
I just now I look back on it and I'm just like, there's no way, right? It
was in the mop closet, They
don't even know. They don't even know that it's being produced. It's
like,
just,
listen, guys, they don't even know I made these. I'm telling you.
Maybe.
No, and Scott, if you ever watch this, I'm not knocking you, brother. I don't know you. I mean, think back on it, it's weird because, like, well, how the hell was it all getting sculpted and made? I know 4 Horsemen were working on it, but damn, I mean, somebody had to know something. So anyway, but I remember him saying that we're doing a subscription run. If you want to be guaranteed to get it, but remember at 12 o'clock, 12:01, it would be gone. 12:02, they said whatever stock was left would go up on the website. So if you didn't want to do it, if you didn't want to do a subscription, you didn't have to.
Right. I do remember that.
Why they went to that because people kept complaining because they were selling out so fast.
Things sold out quick, and then of course you were fighting with like
the red
screen of death.
Red screen of death.
Oh my god! Oh, we're bringing back like horror flashbacks here. Like, jeez.
It's gonna be a long night.
What a time! What a time to be a collector.
Good times, Dan. Good times. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on, buddy. And
thank you for giving me a platform to talk about this stuff.
Yeah, of course, man, always, man. And you know what I'm gonna do? I asked you about it, but I have a video that I interviewed Dan, my first interview. And remember, I had all these questions. I had everything like now, and it's just like, just get on and talk, man. But
conversations.
It was a good. I thought it was a good interview. It was really good. A lot of stuff people might not know. I'm gonna repost that because at the time I only had like maybe 17 subscribers. I was just getting started. So you helped promote me and all, and I appreciate that and get me going. So
yeah, no problem, man.
But it's a mutual thing, man. I appreciate you, and I really hope you do well. I hope this book gets where it needs to be. Can't wait to get it. I'm looking forward to that beautiful silver and not gold.
Yeah, not gold, silver. We want silver.
All right. Well, anything else you want to add, my friend?
No, that's it. Otherwise, I mean, I guess if you want to watch my videos, you guys know where to find me, right? Pixel Dan or Pixel Dan Toy Hunts on YouTube. I have 2 different channels. So depending on if you're into like the more recent stuff or the more vintage stuff, it's like I have 2 channels that are serving both of those purposes. So you can follow me there. But most importantly, if you have any interest in this Turtles book, please consider pre-ordering it, or at the very least, share it with everybody that you know that might want to buy it, so we can get to this goal and get it printed. I would really appreciate it. Well,
man, again, I appreciate it. I hope when I look at the statistics after I post this, after about a couple of days, it's not like 3 minutes in, they just like, it's the average duration.
Yeah, everybody, I'm bored. Click off.
Man. You know, because the good stuff is throughout the whole thing, man. You know?
That's right. I know. Yeah. Come on, engagement. Stop scrolling.
And comment below. All right.
They're like, this is the longest TikTok ever.
I thought it was supposed to be a short, man. What is this?
Yeah.
Posted in the wrong place. All right, but anyways, as always, Dan, I appreciate you, brother. And
of course, man. Thanks again.
Man, I'll promote it over on Instagram, and I'll get the video up, and get it out and see what you can do, man.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate it.
All right, man. This was fun. Soon, man.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, later.